Welcome everyone to the 9th Celebrity Synastry chart reading where I will be looking into Shawn Mendes and Hailey Baldwin. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Adeline. I look into the dynamic between two celebrities using astrology, specifically Synastry. For those new and returning, I take notes on a Synastry chart looking at the personal planets, signs, aspects, and if birth time available, house overlays. I share these notes and add my extra insights and interpretations along the way. And of course, as always, leave your thoughts in the comments below and let's get a discussion going. So if that sounds good to you, like, subscribe, and keep on watching. Starting off with the sun, we have Shawn's sun in Leo and Hailey's sun in Sagittarius, both fire signs. It's a joyful relationship, a mutually beneficial relationship. Hailey had Shawn's pride. Interesting. Shawn is loyal to Hailey, Hailey brings out Shawn's fun side, and Hailey motivates and inspires Shawn. Interesting. Shawn's sun in Hailey's 8th house. They have a strong bond and there's emotional dependence. Shawn is captivated by Hailey. Hailey has the ability to transform Shawn, so I'm sure this relates to Hailey motivating and inspiring him. Both feel initially afraid of this relationship. Hailey may come into Shawn's life when he is at the bottom, so I don't know when they met. I don't know anything about these two except they were at the Met Gala together. I don't even know if they were in a relationship, so I'm completely going in blind here, but so far we're seeing that Hailey really sort of, I don't want to say resurrected Shawn, but like if she did come into his life when he was at the bottom, she really did help him out. Both weirdly enjoy the darkness and depth of their relationship. Shawn's sun trine Hailey's Mercury. They have a great friendship, they have good communication. Shawn accepts Hailey, they both just get each other. They do business together well. Shawn supports Hailey's beliefs. They can talk through issues together. Shawn gets what makes Hailey tick. Shawn admires Hailey's intelligence. So Hailey seems to really kind of, I don't want to say be the superior in the relationship because we're not seeing anything too strong with that, but Hailey seems to be really, like, Shawn seems to really view Hailey highly. Understand each other on a basic level, they speak to each other with understanding. Shawn allows Hailey to express herself and he thinks he can think better around Hailey. Hailey's sun squares Shawn's moon. There's a basic misunderstanding, practical disagreements, general discontent. Hailey sees Shawn as too sensitive and Shawn may feel resentful towards Hailey over time. I assume that's why, I don't know, did they break up or like just grow apart? I assume from Shawn's side, whatever their lack of connection now is, it would be coming from Shawn's side. Hailey's sun squared Shawn's Mercury. Similar problem solving. They don't always see eye to eye, which I see we're kind of seeing a good mix of they agree with each other, but they also don't. Lack of emotional satisfaction. They challenge each other's perspectives. There's a contrast in temperaments and life goals. The life goals, yeah, I see that. They find it difficult to discuss ideas together. They both need to respect the other's differences. Shawn sees Hailey as too self-centered and Hailey sees Shawn as too rational and emotionally detached. Interesting. Hailey's sun trines Shawn's Venus. There's a mutual attraction. They both value each other. Yeah, like we're seeing a bit of contrasting, but they do seem to like, especially from Shawn's side, he seems to really value Hailey. It's a harmonious relationship. Financially lucky people, yeah. Both share common interests, they accept and tolerate each other. Yeah, the tolerating makes sense to me. Like, they seem to have the differences, but I feel like there is a tolerance aspect to this relationship. Shawn is willing to do anything to please Hailey. It's interesting how Hailey seems to, I don't want to say has this power over Shawn, but she seems to be very influential to Shawn. Shawn finds Hailey charming and intriguing, and Hailey feels more loving and beautiful around Shawn. Hailey's sun trines Shawn's Jupiter. They will overdo together, they're good travel companions, possibility of unpredictability. Shawn boosts Hailey's self-confidence, going back to how she feels more loving and beautiful around him. Both have a desire to make each other happy, yeah. Despite some agreements, yeah, they tolerate each other and they want to see each other happy. Positive mutual respect will be maintained if they separate. Shawn gives Hailey the benefit of the doubt frequently. She seems to be very influential here, I feel like. Like that was sort of seeing, oh, Hailey does have a bit of an upper hand here. Hailey's sun sextile Shawn's Neptune. They easily forgive each other, going back to them being tolerant of each other. They explore intuition together. They have a romantic and spiritual bond. Attuned to each other's feelings. They're conscious of each other's needs. Both feel they have found their soulmate. Interesting. Hailey's Sun conjunct Shawn's Pluto. They have a deep attraction to each other. Hailey is drawn to Shawn. It's not a superficial union. Shawn is more dominant. I doubt that. So far with what we're seeing, both have a fear of losing the other. Issues due to taboo and addiction. Hailey triggers Shawn's jealousy and possessiveness. Both have a desire to get to know each other's deep secrets. Now it's starting to get a bit weird. This, so far, like, we finished the Sun, and so far I still don't really know what to think. So now we're on to Moon. So we have Shawn's Moon in Aquarius and Hailey's Moon in Aries. There's a relationship of changes. We saw before there's a possibility of unpredictability. Neither want to compromise with each other. It's weird how they tolerate each other, want to make each other happy, but they don't want to compromise. Sometimes have difficulty getting along. Yeah, I see that. Shawn is emotionally detached from Hailey. I'm pretty sure we're seeing again that Shawn is a bit detached from her. Both enjoy their independence here. Hailey wants dominance, Shawn wants equality. Okay, so there seems to be a bit of a power struggle here because naturally, like genuinely, Hailey seems to have the upper hand in this relationship more. But we saw before how Shawn is more dominant. Shawn's Moon in Hailey's second house. Shawn values Hailey as a source of emotional satisfaction. He definitely seems to, value her as a source of something. Like, I don't know about specifically emotional satisfaction, but if she sort of helped him pull him out of a dark space, like, which could totally be emotional as well. We don't know what led him to being at the bottom. Hailey may feel unsure about Shawn. She may become possessive of Shawn. Both see each other as valuable and it's a practical relationship. Their moons are sextile to each other, so they cooperate domestically, they sense each other's moods, and there's an instant empathetic bond. I'm pretty sure we did see before how they're attuned to each other and they sort of subconsciously communicate. Both families are likely to play a role in this relationship. They may live together, I have no idea if they did. They feel safe with each other and they avoid hurting each other. Is this like, I never like seeing this because, I mean, we're seeing they tolerate each other, they want to see each other happy, but also they don't want to compromise with each other. I'm guessing that they have a problem discussing issues, and I think we did see before, we have been seeing there's a bit of a communication difficulty. Shawn's Moon, Trine Hailey's Venus. There's mutual appreciation, I see that. I think we've seen this before. Easy to compromise. I'm sure it would be if they would actually do it and they weren't scared of it. There's natural affection. They're a social couple. I mean, I only know them from going to the Met Gala together one year. Supportive of each other during conflict, and they appreciate art together. Hailey's Moon, Trine Shawn's Mercury. Comfortable talking to each other about everything. It's a harmonious relationship. I'm pretty sure we're seeing that again. Shawn enjoys being emotionally nourished by Hailey. We're seeing this again. He feels very emotionally fulfilled by her. Shawn provides a foundation for Hailey's feelings, and Hailey is comfortable expressing her feelings with Shawn. Hailey's Moon squares Shawn's Venus. Previous relationships negatively impact this relationship. Strong connection, I definitely see that. Hailey may not be able to provide Shawn with the emotional nourishment he wants. Did we see before how, like, he loses interest in her or something? Shawn may struggle with his self-worth. I'm assuming this is why Hailey, or what Hailey is helping with. Both need to learn to compromise. It's interesting, we keep seeing compromise as a bit of an element to this relationship. Both need to resolve their internal issues for this to work. Yeah. Both tend to take each other for granted. I definitely see that on Shawn's side. Values are in conflict. Living beyond means will create strains. They both may feel misunderstood. Yeah, because it seems to be a weird, like, I'm not even like, oh, they like each other. It's just hard for them to work out realistically. Both like each other, but not their habits. Yeah, okay, we're getting some insight to this. Both will learn how to cooperate. Shawn does not always understand Hailey's emotions. Hailey sees Shawn as narcissistic. I'm seeing this only because Shawn seems to be really, I don't want to say feeding off of Hailey, like really relying on her. Like Hailey seems to be the one that is like helping him and everything, and we're not seeing much on Shawn's end giving to Hailey. It's Hailey giving to Shawn really, so I'm not surprised. Shawn sees Hailey as needy. Hailey's Moon squares Shawn's Mars. Stormy relationship, there's an emotional roller coaster. Resentment can grow. We saw this on Shawn's end. Both will need to work out issues as they come. I think I mentioned before, like, I'm feeling there's a bit of a sweep under the rug sort of policy in this relationship. They're very reactive to each other. Difficult relationship emotionally if there are children. It doesn't look like they're going to be having children in a hurry, so good. Possibility for codependency. I see this from Shawn's end. Shawn does not have the patience to connect with Hailey's feelings. Okay, yeah, we just saw how he doesn't understand her feelings, and Hailey sees Shawn as narcissistic. Shawn's independence makes Hailey feel insecure, and it's hard to relax together. Hailey's moon squares Shawn's Neptune. They misunderstand each other's signals, possibility of neglecting each other, especially from Shawn's end. It's a confusing relationship. Agreed. Hailey is unsure of Shawn's intentions. See, I would be too. Shawn seems weird in this relationship. Like, he seems like a child. I'm sorry. Difficulty maintaining relationship, and Hailey is sensitive to Shawn's moods. I'm assuming she probably feels an emotional toll when she's, like, dealing with Shawn, like, in whatever way she's helping him. So now it's on to Mercury. We have Shawn's Mercury in Leo and Hailey's Mercury in Sagittarius, both fire signs. Both are very expressive. We saw before how, they're very reactive to each other. Conflict can come from their selfishness. I see this from Shawn's end. Probably Hailey as well. We haven't really seen much of her. Energetic and enthusiastic relationship. They both can get defensive easily. I think we're seeing that again. Not a very practical relationship. Yeah, I see that. It doesn't seem to be that great. Shawn's Mercury in Hailey's 8th house. Shawn can hurt Hailey with words. Shawn is prone to dominating conversation. Okay, this is where he's a bit dominant. He just, is a bit of a... Shawn is prone to dominating conversation. Okay, so this is where he's dominant. Not naturally, like, because I feel like Hailey seems to kind of have the... I guess Hailey seems to be, I don't want to say mother figure, but like... In that sense, she seems to be more mature in this relationship. But I guess Shawn is, like, dominant in the way of, like, sort of being a bit domineering within it and being a bit assertive of himself in the interactions. Hailey takes conversation seriously. Conversation tends to get deep quickly. Yeah, we keep seeing there's a bit of a weird depth to this relationship, which they enjoy for some reason. Clear and precise conversation. Shawn's Mercury, Sextile, Hailey's Venus. They encourage each other to express themselves, easy communication. I mean, yeah, it's clear and precise. Doesn't mean they like it, though. They're attuned emotionally, we see again. Enjoy, say, movies and music. We saw before how they have an interest in art together. They share mutual friends, and they enjoy socializing together. Hailey's Mercury, Sextile, Shawn's Uranus. They attract opportunities as a couple. Interesting. So, I mean, I only know them from the Met Gala. I've said for the billionth time today, probably. But, yeah, I mean, I guess they were like a socially popular couple. Hailey finds Shawn intellectually stimulating, perceptive and intuitive of each other. We see again. Open communication and encourage the other's visions. How nice. So now on to Venus. So we have Shawn's Venus in Cancer and Hailey's Venus in Libra. These are both cardinal signs. Shawn sees Hailey as impersonal. Why? We haven't... It's weird how we see a bit of glimpses of, like, Shawn not really appreciating Hailey, but we haven't really seen anything. Hailey changes to please Shawn. Hailey drives Shawn to withdraw. What did she do? Like, I don't want to be accusing her of anything. We haven't seen, like, what she does. Like, maybe, like, I think maybe the power dynamic, like, because Shawn seems to like dominating conversation, but she seems to be the one with the upper hand in the relationship. He doesn't like that. I don't know. Hailey helps Shawn socially, so I assume that she brought the social connections to the relationship. Is that how, I don't know when they met or anything, but is that how she helped him? Like, she's helping him, like, get out of his rut or whatever it is, like, introducing him to people, because she is kind of a sort of nepotism baby, so I don't know about him. Different temperaments are a problem, I can imagine that. Hailey sees Shawn as caring and supportive. I mean, maybe not the caring bit, I'm sure he's supportive, like, in terms of career. We just saw that they encourage each other's visions. Shawn's Venus in Hailey's 7th house. Shawn sees Hailey as the perfect partner. They're complementary. We haven't really seen much in terms of that. Hailey feels comfortable around Shawn. Shawn satisfies Hailey's needs. They both want to please each other. We're seeing again, it doesn't seem like they have a lot of like ammunition to get there. Longevity relies on Hailey's attraction to Shawn. We're seeing already a couple times how longevity is a bit in question. Their Venuses are squared together, so they approach love and domestic life in different ways. They're attracted to the differences, going back to them being complementary. Differences become more obvious over time, so we're seeing another aspect of them, like this relationship being a bit more deteriorating. They have different social backgrounds. Decision making together is complicated. They have different social needs, which is interesting because both of them have a bit of a social connection. I'm guessing it probably has to do with like Shawn wanting to be more musical. As far as I know with Hailey, her family isn't so much in the music industry as it is in the acting industry, if I'm correct. Neither know how to please each other. It's very sad because like we've already seen a few times how they have a desire to please each other, make each other happy, but if they don't know how to do it, it's a bit more difficult. Difficult long-term relationship, I see that. Arguments over money easily occur. Both need to learn to be open, and they have an ability to have an honest and balanced relationship. Yeah, we saw before how they're both a bit blunt with each other, I think. Or they have very clear, precise communication, sorry. Shawn's Venus opposite Hailey's Neptune. Shawn may prefer to idealize Hailey. I don't like seeing this because he probably thinks she can fix him or something. Hailey doesn't like Shawn's idealizations. I wouldn't either. Shawn is so caught up in love he doesn't know Hailey. Yikes. Hailey needs to be careful of promising too much. I think I'm guessing this probably relates to Shawn growing resentful of Hailey. And did we see that she doesn't fully emotionally satisfy him? Like, seems to be a bit of a connection there. Hailey has a hard time being realistic with Shawn. Hailey communicates with Shawn vaguely. I'm pretty sure, like, did we see that Shawn is the one that communicates a bit more bluntly and can hurt Hailey with his words, so I'm assuming that Hailey contradicts that. Both find it difficult to stay. Yeah, we keep seeing this bit of a deteriorating factor. Neither can define what attracts them to the other. I see that because I'm confused as well. Like, this is a very weird reading. I feel very strange at the moment. Lies occur to protect from pain. I was saying, there is some sort of sweeping under the rug element to this. Hailey's Venus opposite Shawn's Saturn. Hailey feels she is below Shawn. Why? I mean, I guess in the, like, more daily interactions, like, during conversations, I guess she would feel this way, but she seems more mature here. Karmic. Okay. This is all I need to know. That's karmic, that's why it doesn't make sense. It's weird. Shawn fears Hailey's withdrawal. Did we see this before? Shawn can become critical and demanding of Hailey. Yeah. Toxic cycles easily occur. I'm not surprised, honestly. Hailey sees Shawn as controlling and unsympathetic. A difficult meeting. We haven't seen how they met each other. Interesting. Shawn sees Hailey as vain and childish. Long term, I'm going to dispute that. Obviously not. It's very bad long term if that was going to come into fruition. Maybe critical of each other due to jealousy. Okay, so jealousy is the root of all problems, I guess, here. Hailey's Venus square Shawn's Neptune. Hailey needs to make sure she falls for the real Shawn, not her illusion. Both of these people are idolizing each other. What is happening? I've never been more confused, I feel like, in a reading than this. Extremes of trusting each other. Shawn needs to be careful to keep promises and not make huge ones. I'm pretty sure we saw this on both ends already, that they promise too much. Shawn has a hard time dealing with Hailey because she doesn't want to see reality. So now we're into Mars. We have Shawn's Mars in Cancer and Hailey's Mars in Virgo. Shawn avoids confrontation with Hailey. I kept saying this from the beginning. There's some sort of sweeping under the rug dynamic here. Shawn is protective of Hailey. Hailey has difficulty understanding Shawn. I would too. Shawn gets hurt by Hailey's critical tendencies. Interesting because I think we saw this on Hailey's end before, how she feels criticized by Shawn, something similar along those lines. Hailey gets frustrated with Shawn. Shawn's Mars in Hailey's 7th house. Shawn speeds up the relationship. Shawn is calmer around Hailey. Shawn wants to please Hailey. We're seeing again they both have a desire to please each other, make each other happy. Very romantic relationship, and they both enjoy spending time together. Shawn's Mars opposite Hailey's Jupiter. differences in the way they look at things. Hailey sees Shawn as selfish, we're seeing for the billionth time. Shawn doesn't appreciate Hailey's thought-out approach to problem solving. Were we seeing before how Shawn sees Hailey as a bit too rational? Because I'm connecting that with Shawn. I'm pretty sure we saw how he doesn't feel very emotionally fulfilled by Hailey. And Hailey seems to be kind of fixing Shawn in this relationship. Is she a bit too practical when it comes to fixing his problems, and he wants something a bit more emotional? Shawn's way of impressing is taken the wrong way. Hailey may be a bad influence. Likely to take risks together, and they have conflicting beliefs. I think we're seeing again Shawn's Mars opposite Hailey's Neptune. Opposite approaches to taking risks. Interesting how we saw they're likely to take risks together. I mean, potential is the key word. And they argue about the differences between their wants. Yeah, because they seem to, it's very weird. They seem to want different things out of relationships. I don't even know if I can make that statement. Like, they just seem to be very different people. So, that was the last aspect. I don't even know what to say and give as my final thoughts. Like, I'm just thinking, what did I just read? Not even kidding, genuinely, out of all the readings I've done on this channel thus far, I've never felt more confused. Like, normally I can sort of, like, have a bit of a conclusion, like, this is my final thoughts, what I think. This is weird. There seems to be this, like, power struggle thing going on. First of all, Hailey is fixing Shawn. They have, like, social connections, which is cool, whatever. But, like, it's weird because I think, did we see, like, they don't know why they're interested in each other? Like, it seems like they're confused about what was going on, like, themselves, let alone us. Yeah, they're attracted to each other, they're confused why they are, and they want to make each other happy, but it's not working, obviously. It didn't work out. But yeah, this is a bit of a different reading. Normally, I'm not this confused, I swear, if you're new here. So yeah, if you want to see more videos from me that are not as confusing, hopefully, yeah, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!